One of my favorite quotes of all time is, don't ask yourself what the world needs. Ask yourself what makes you come alive, and go do that. Because what the world needs is people who've come alive. And that's kind of like my life motto. Actually, when we graduated college, that was our class motto. And I'll put the reference thing here, because off the top of my head I can't remember who said it, but I'll try to superimpose that here. I'll probably have it in the video description as well. But it's such a great, that's like how I live. And for me, one of the things that really makes me come alive is traveling. I've always loved it. Not just traveling internationally, like not just the destination, although I've done that. The only continent I have not been to is Antarctica. I've done a lot of traveling, but beyond that, it's just the act of just the actual journey itself. Like this was my weekend. I had to drive all the way out to Warrensburg and back. That was a long drive. So I drive for an hour each way, and then after work, my friend drives me to the bus station. I take an overnight bus to Chicago, where I walk over to Ogilvie and hop on a metro train. And I take the commuter train out to the suburbs, where I get on my motorcycle and drive back to, start off back to Kansas City, spend the night in a motel, and got up the next morning, and here I am still riding. That's, it's about 1:45 p.m. on Monday. I left Kansas City at 8:45 Saturday night, and I've been literally traveling ever since. I spent Saturday night sleeping on the bus. I spent last night sleeping in a hotel, and tonight I'll be back in my own bed. And I love it. I'm exhausted. As you can imagine, I'm absolutely exhausted. But I feel invigorated at the same time. Like I feel alive. I wish I could just do this all the time. My dream job would be to travel, make videos about it, and write books about it. And just meet people and help people along the way. Whatever I happen to find to do. Whatever my hands find to do, kind of a thing. Help random people. Do random odd jobs. Learn different random skills and stretch myself. Every job I've had has been like that. I started working doing live audio engineering with zero experience. I didn't even know what anything on the soundboard was. Now I can set up for anything. And now I've done it on a broadcast level. I wasn't doing the broadcast audio, I was doing the front of house mix, but still, if I don't mix it right, the musicians won't hear each other, and the room won't be enjoying it, and it'll show on the broadcast. International television. It'd be like if you went to, go see a show, or some, and when you're sitting in the audience instead of watching it on TV, it's a different engineer that's mixing that. And that was what I did, and I loved it. I started playing guitar. I thought I could never do that. Started riding motorcycles. Thought I could never do that. Got a job in marketing. No degree. Well, I had a degree, but not in marketing. Thought I could never do that, and I'm really liking it. You name it. It's just, if it's something I want to do, but part of me says, no way, you could never do that, then that makes me go, oh, really? And each time I surprise myself. It's something I thought, there's no way, I don't have it in me. I can't dig that deep. And then there it is. That's just awesome. But skills I have that I have not yet used, I'm sure there's many I don't know about, but one I do know about that I have not used that I've been wanting to use is writing. I really enjoy writing. I write a lot. I used to blog a lot before I started motovlogging, and then I talk, but it's much easier for me to be articulate on paper than it is for me to do it verbally. Because I can really take the time to think about what I'm going to say, and I can reword it. I like crafting stuff like that. I enjoy the act of writing. And I was an avid reader as a kid, and I'm sure that's part of it. I mean, avid reader from a young age. Had my nose in a book whenever if I wasn't outside playing in the woods and climbing trees, I was inside with my nose in a book. Or I was outside climbing trees with my nose in a book. Those are like the two things I did. That, and I ran away all the time. Not because I was upset with home, but just because I wanted adventure. I wanted to go travel. I'd hop on my bicycle and I would just take off. Much to my poor mother's chagrin. What are you gonna do? So, traveling, I love it. I love traveling. Sleeping on a bus, whatever. Doesn't matter. I just like going places. And, oh, birdie, it was close. And seeing things and meeting people and just exploring. I love exploring and then logging it, talking about, like, my perfect job description would be explorer. Lori the Explorer. That would be perfect. I can just get on my motorcycle and ride and motovlog and write about it. That's it. But it doesn't exist. You can't live on that, you know. You gotta like eat and pay your bills. But in an ideal world, that would be my job. So, the best thing I can do is spend my weekends doing just that for now. And sharing it with you guys, because this is what makes me come alive. And the cool thing about the internet is I can share that with you. And hopefully, you know, your passion may not be motorcycles. A lot of people who watch my videos obviously have that passion, but there's quite a few that don't. And that would be what I would encourage you, is just go for it. Like, whatever your passion is, go for it. And you know what? Okay, so I can't get that job, but what I can do for now is work in the motorcycle industry, which is pretty darn close, because I get to be around bikes all the time. I don't get to travel as much as I'd like, and I mean travel without an agenda. I don't like traveling. Business trips don't count. I don't want to do business trips. I want to go on an adventure. I want to go exploring. I want to take 6 months off and go over to Asia and ride everywhere. Meet Sir Pensa and have a beer with him, you know? Like, travel again. Go back to Australia and ride with guys there. Now that when I lived there, I didn't ride and I didn't know any of them. I like how it sounds like I'm talking into a fan. Did you ever do that as a kid in the summer? I'm talking in a fan. That's what it sounds like. It's just the vibration from the bike and the wind vibrating the helmet and the bike vibrating me. It just kind of comes out to making it sound like I'm really nervous or really excited. I'm okay with that. Whatever. I'm going 60 to 70 miles an hour depending on at the moment, and yeah, that's it. That's it. Go for it. Do it. And it may not exist yet, but tell you what, I want to do that. I want that to be my job. I want to write about it and travel. And you can say, well, Lori, everybody's got something like that, but that's not the real world. You got to buckle down and get a job, you hippie. Like, but you say that, and yet usually the people that are all about get a job and work hard, they're the guys that are the biggest proponents for capitalism. And I'm like, exactly. So if I can find a way to make capital out of my hobbies and just go for it, and maybe that means making some adjustments to how I live. You know what I mean? That's whoa, I was not expecting to come over the hill and see that. And there is a car coming, so and there's a PT Cruiser. Road. So the only downside to traveling by motorcycle versus a car, and there's really only one downside. Unless you have a Goldwing and you ride with an open face helmet or a modular helmet, you can't eat while you're riding. And you really can't do it safely anyway. I've got this packet of Nutter Butters in my tank bag, and just knowing it's there is torturing me. I want to eat them so bad, but I have to make good time today, because I have errands I have to run when I get back. And everything closes at like 5, you know, the bank and everything, so I'm just like, I want my Nutter Butters. I swear I can smell them, but I know that's crazy because they're not even open. But I want my Nutter Butters. Nummy, 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 nummy. Hello.